What's going on YouTube? Only here, aka Joel Casas, and today we're going to be taking a look at another action figure review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Black Series Clone Captain Rex by Star Wars The Black Series. Now, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And as with all my figure reviews, we're going to take a look at the box art, front, back, side to side, left and right. And then we'll go do a deep dive of the figure's articulation, paint, scale, and detail, and get my overall thoughts and review at the very end of the video. Now, this, I believe, is a re-release of the original 2018 Clone Captain Rex, because if you see the box art, it is completely different from what we have today. Back then, they'll be numbered, and they have like the little red series right here. I think there was a blue series before that. That's where I got my old original prototype Boba Fett. And it had a little circle right here, the icon of the little character, instead of this little drawn photo. So I am really excited to open this guy up, and we'll go ahead and take a look at Clone Captain Rex. As you can see in the very front, we have a nice drawn image of Captain Rex right here with Hasbro. Sorry, excuse me. So we have Capitan Rex, which is in Spanish, and then Clone Captain Rex. Warning, choking hazard of small parts, but not for ages 3 years old, and is ages 4 and up. Star Wars The Black Series, a nice open window of the figure here. Top of the box is an all black bar. Bottom of the box shows all the different copyrights and claims right there, with the SKU code right there. Side of the box, it's number 59 of this red series. It is, of course, Clone Captain Rex. On the back of the box, it's going to be Star Wars The Black Series, number 59 again. And it has a nice blown up photo of the etched little line art of Captain Rex. This is by Disney Hasbro, now for ages 3 and younger. And it has a nice bio right here in 4 different languages. Nowadays, it's in 5 different languages, so that's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and do a debrief of the Clone Captain Rex. Clone Captain Rex served with the Republic during the Clone Wars, often taking orders from Anakin Skywalker and Ahsoka Tano. He viewed military service as an honor, and he always completed his mission. Now, if you want more backstory about Captain Rex, he served during Clone Wars. Takes place a little bit after Episode 2, all the way through Episode 3. And then that, I think it's like 7 seasons of the Clone Wars. You should really take a look at that. Then he also makes a return back in Star Wars Rebels. So there you go. If you want to take a look at that, be sure to go ahead and watch that. Really, really recommend those shows. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this guy out the box and see what all he includes. And here is Clone Captain Rex with all his accessories and the figure himself. As you can see, he is on the older style of Black Series body, which has the double pegged legs and elbows here, so he might have very limited range when we get to that part. And all he includes is 3 accessories, his 2 pistols, and a helmet. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Here is his helmet. Really, really great helmet. He doesn't start wearing this until like the 4th or 5th season of the Clone Wars. Probably one of the most iconic clones out there when it comes to the Clone Wars series. He's, I believe, number 1. I think right after him is going to be Captain Rex. But mostly the 501st has most of the characters for clones during the Clone Wars. Like Jesse, Fives, Echo, all those great clones from the Clone Wars. I do really recommend watching that series. Really, really great show. And of course, he includes 2 similar little pistols. I forgot the name of them, but he only comes with 2. Looks really nice. And this nice gunmetal black, like a very dark gray, hinting towards black. It's not gunmetal gray, but it has more of an all black plastic. And I really do like the detailing on this helmet. As you can see, it has all the etchings. I believe that's for every battle or war he's been in. Mostly battles, because it's all one big war, right? But these are probably mostly battle ones, or as you can see, yeah, they're everywhere. And this is nice. The little rangefinder does articulate, which is interesting because they made this articulate on this figure, but when they were making the Boba Fett's back then, the rangefinders did not articulate. So that's a plus here, and it is made of the soft plastic, so it can squish. But I wouldn't recommend doing it too much, or else it's going to warp the helmet, so it's going to be in this perfect state, just like that. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at the figure himself. Let's go ahead and take a look at the scale of this guy, with and without the helmet. So without the helmet, he's going to be standing just shy of 6 inches. They're going to be about 5.8 inches tall to the top of the head, and just about 14 centimeters to the top of the head. Now with his helmet on, let's go ahead and shove that on. There we go. Looks really, really good. Looks a hell of a lot better. So the top of the helmet is going to be a little over 14 inches, but with the rangefinder, he's going to be just about 15 centimeters. I'm sorry, I said inches there. Over 14 centimeters, and he's at the rangefinder, 15 centimeters. With the rangefinder, is going to be just shy of 6.2 inches, and he's going to be exactly 6 inches tall at the top of the helmet right here. Now let's go ahead and take an in-depth paint and detail of this guy's sculpt, and I gotta say, they don't make these withered figures like this anymore. It looks really, really nice. Actual looks dirtiness, like it's been to many battles and wars. I think nowadays it's like little JPEG images that they just scan on the figures nowadays, which look really terrible. But this figure, I'm really glad they re-released it, because I believe before this re-release, he was like going for upwards to $100 for this guy. So I'm kind of glad they re-released it. Sure, they should have made it on the newer body like they did with the Phase 1 Captain Rex, where he has the older helmet, not this one. And he looks more clean. They should have put this on a whole new body. But you know what? I'm not too mad about having the old body. It has this nice nostalgic look. Sure, the little kneecap right here is a bit crooked, but you know, hey, it has a lot of nostalgia to it, and reminds me of back in the day when I used to collect these guys. I'm kind of glad I'm getting back into collecting them again. He does have a soft goods skirt, which is really, really nice. And this pauldron right here is made of this nice soft plastic. Again, it gives me a lot of nostalgia of the older figures, which had really nice quality back then. I'm not saying they're nicer now, but I'm just saying this has more of a realistic feel to it than it does what the other Star Wars figures have been given out. And let's go and take a look at the face scan. It's supposed to look like Temuera Morrison, and it looks exactly like him. I think this is an updated face mold. So they really did update the face. I remember the older one did not look like this. So they kind of updated it, and it looks really, really close to Temuera. Because if you remember, all the clones are clones of Jango Fett, which is Temuera Morrison. So they're all going to look like him. Really, really nice figure. Now let's go ahead and get into our articulation. He does have up and down shoulder peg joints right here. He will not have the newer butterfly joints because, again, he's on the older mold body of the clones. He's going to have double pegged joints right here. He has a bicep swivel. And I believe these have completely different wrist joints. They don't have that up and down motion. It's going to go one hand to go like this, and the other hand to also go like this. So they do have, again, that very bad style of wrist choice, in my opinion. He does have a meh ab crunch. He's going to crunch about that much. Go back about that much before using legs. So he can't really go back and forward at all. But he can 360 all the way around, which I don't know why you would have to do that unless you're killing the guy. He can kick forward pretty decent before he starts swiveling all to the side with the thigh. And he can't really kick back as much because, you know, he has like a diaper type armor in the back. Double pegged knees, which again, it's an older mold. So over time, these will probably not work as well. We do have a thigh swivel, which is nice. And we have like this really old hinged foot. It can't go all the way back because it's going to be stopped by this back plate armor right here. But it can kick forward about that much before it starts holding tension. But of course it does have an ankle rock, which is really, really good ankle rocking for an older type style figure. And the head, of course, is on a pegged hinge joint right here, not a double ball peg, so the neck will not move. Only the head can go all 360 and is on a ball pegged hinge. So he can look down really, really well. And he can also look up really, really well. So there you go. We're looking at just about 20 points of articulation. Overall thoughts on this guy? Aesthetically looks amazing. I do miss this old look for these figures. I'm very glad they're making re-releases. I just really hoped when they re-release this guy that they had put him on a newer mold. Again, I do like the nostalgic feel of the older box style and the older look of the figure, but over time, this figure's joints will start acting up because it's an older mold. I would much rather prefer the newer Captain Rex they gave us. Like, if they had the Captain Rex that they gave us that's new, but with this interchangeable helmets, like if it came with 2 different helmets, that would have been amazing. But again, for something that's about $25 nowadays, back then it used to be $20, $19.99. I mean, inflation is really killing us for just giving us a similar, an original mold for this guy that a lot of people have been requesting to have again. But I am very glad I can have him in my collection now. I've been waiting a long time to get this guy because I was not finna fork over $100 for a 2018 $20 Black Series figure. It was insane. So I'm kind of glad I was able to find this guy at GameStop. I was really happy I did. They also had another re-release figure that they gave out. It was the General Kenobi from the animated Clone Wars 2D series. I was this close to picking him up. When I went back to the store, he wasn't there. I was shopping for my little sister's birthday gift, and I told myself, let me get this first before I get the Kenobi, and worst mistake ever. I really wish I picked up the Kenobi because I do like that armor. It looks really, really well. But anyway, yeah. So that's besides the point. This figure looks amazing. Articulation, of course, it's older. I will give it a 7. It still does the job done for a clone trooper, but again, their articulation isn't as good as we have it nowadays. So I really wish we had the updated style for this body. Looks amazing, and the accessories is just exactly what we need because I don't think he really needs anything else. Maybe, I guess binoculars if you really want it, but then again, that's the whole point of the rangefinder. But, it's a perfect figure. When I say perfect, but one figure that you should have in your collection if you're a Star Wars fan is Captain Rex. So that's going to do it for this video. This has been Only signing out. I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And of course, turn on the post notifications so you do not miss an upload. Peace out.